What's going on, guys and gals? My name is William Clark and welcome to a video. So, as the title suggests, I am disappointed by the media. I've always been disappointed by the media. Because every time there's a shooting going down or anything major, they always blame video games, they always blame what's popular, like PewDiePie or whatever. Well, not surprisingly, I think we could all guess this. The media is blaming video games, more specifically Fortnite, for what the shooter did back in a couple days ago in New Zealand. Now, again, first thing I want to say is rest in peace to all the people who have died, and you know, it's really sad to see this happen. And my condolences go out to all those who have been affected by this, horrible tragedy. However, you want to know what's worse than blaming video games? Believe it or not, there is something worse. The media, I think it's like, I forgot what they said, but there is a news station that has no heart. Yeah, 3 days after the shooting, they decide to broadcast unedited footage of the live stream that the guy did, when he was shooting up the mosque. And that's bad. That's fucking horrible. Okay? You should not be doing that as a news reporter or as a news station, period. There is no way that that was a mistake. There's no way that that was not intentional. And that's just not only heartless and cruel and horrible to do that, but it's inconsiderate. You did not consider that the victims and their families and friends and everybody involved might not like that, because they're trying to, in a way, forget about what happened and try to move on and live a better life and all that stuff. But you are over here showing that. You're showing the footage of the attack with basically no remorse or condolences for other people that are affected. And that is worse than blaming video games. I mean, yeah, it's horrible to blame video games for something that is not their fault. Video games are not the cause of this issue. It never was. Um, and PewDiePie, he's not the reason either. But that's bad. But to make it worse, I mean, like I said, they had unedited footage, and they were showing the damn thing too. They were releasing the guy, his name, his family. They were releasing everything about this guy. And here's what I think. Yes, it is all about mental disabilities and mental disorders that fuck up your head. It's all about that and all that good shit. However, what gives these people power is that you talk about them. I know it's inevitable. If a tragedy happens, you're going to be talking about the tragedy. But don't pay any attention to the guy. A lot of people are saying that on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Don't give any attention to the guy that did it. And give a little bit of attention, but don't give him this much attention. Don't make it look like he's a bad person. I mean, he's the worst kind of scum ever. Not just a bad person, but the fucking worst possible kind of person. Um, but don't make it look like he's a good person, because that's what they're doing. Also, they're making it look like that they're saying that he's not really a terrorist. That he shot a lot of people because they called him names in school. Call him fat, and he had a bad home life. Yeah, well, guess what, bitch? I have bad home lives, back in Dayton and You know, since I was born to the age of 5, I've been abused, and I've been called I've been called the worst possible kind of shit. Almost all of us have at some point during our school lives or in general our entire lives, whether it be online, offline, whatever. We've been called things. And that is no exact reason to do what this guy did. There's no reason. And also, these same news people, they didn't have any remorse for the family either. The families. They showed, again, the unedited footage to the family members. Again, not having any remorse or anything for anyone, really. And it's a wonder why a lot of people, myself included, have always thought that the news and the media in general are a fucking joke. They don't. You can't. You can't just tell me that this was not intentional. You can't tell me that this was a mistake. It wasn't. You knew what you were doing. You knew that you would show the unedited footage. You know that you were going to show it to the family members. Based on everything you have, all the editing team and the fact checkers, yourself included, reporting on the story. If you have a co-anchor, that too, which most likely you do, and most if not all news stations have a co-anchor. So there's that too. You got everybody at the goddamn studio putting this together. How could you have fucking missed that? How could you not have known that you were about to show some unedited footage? It's impossible. It's fucking impossible. You knew what you were doing. And it sickens me. It's fucking horrible. To not only see, the attack go down, it's still on Facebook, it's still on online. If you really wanted to look it up, which you're fucking crazy, but if you really wanted to look it up to see exactly what went down, which I think is pretty fucking obvious what went down. You don't even have to look at the footage to know what went down. It's all on the internet. The live stream is still available to look at. It will be for a while. This is the internet. You post one video, there's a billion other videos of the same topic. Remember when Logan Paul showed that dead body a year or two ago? Actually, that was last year. His whole adpocalypse and shit. Well, there's a lot of videos of the same thing. Because they copied it to their computers and their hard drives and shit, and they were waiting for that video to be taken down, or not, and they upload it, because, again, this is the internet. There is going to be about 1,000 copies of the same shit in less than a second. And this is no exception. All these news people are talking about it, they have the footage. You got some people on Facebook where I guess the guy live streamed from. You got that. YouTube. Simple Google search, really. I mean, it's out there. It sickens me that it's out there too. I mean, it's horrible to even think that this is going to happen. But to make it, to have the news media not give a shit about anybody involved. I mean, again, rest in peace to everyone who has died on this tragic event, and also my condolences go out to those, the family and friends and loved ones in general of these people. I mean, all they were really doing was, they were praying. They were doing what they do. I mean, I'm not a religious person. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in Jesus. I don't believe in any of that bullshit. If I did believe in Jesus, it would be Tom Paine from The Walking Dead. But all jokes aside, I just don't believe in any sort of religion. Because, I mean, they're all just stories to me. And there's nothing wrong with stories. but I just never really believed in that shit. But just because I don't believe in religion, do you think that, I mean, that also has somewhat of a factor? It's not just mental, fucking up in the head. It's not whatever. It's not just that. It's also he had an issue with whatever. And I was looking earlier today because PewDiePie stated that he didn't upload a video because of all this that went down that day. And there were a lot of people from this area saying that they were Muslim and all that stuff, and that they are the most kind people you'll ever see. And it's also tragic to what happened. Yeah, I can believe that, But the media um, wants you to believe, same as the government, that these kind of people are bad. Think about it. I mean, Trump. I don't want to get into a lot of political shit. I'm not that kind of person, but Trump, he is all for white supremacy. So if this guy went up and shot a bunch of people, he'd be happy about that, And I saw a post on Facebook earlier today as well. That's like, if a black person did that, oh, you know, Black Lives Matter is racist or whatever. If a Mexican or any Hispanic person did that, oh, we need to secure the wall and all that good shit. If a Muslim did it, again, the wall. But if a white person did it, oh yeah, cool. Yeah, that's not cool. It doesn't matter what race, what religion, what you look like, what you sound like, what you smell like. It doesn't fucking matter. What? And, if anybody did that, that'd be fucking wrong. But I'm tired of video games being blamed for stuff just because. And I think that's it. I mean, the media, they know that this is going to be a fucking uproar. It's going to cause chaos. It's going to cause fucking pandemonium. It's going to be all over the damn place. You got video games, which are really popular to a lot of people, and they're going to blame that because it's going to stir a lot of controversy and fucking crazy shit. PewDiePie, they blamed him because he's one of the most popular YouTubers of all time, and currently on YouTube, so there's that. But it's just wrong. It's horrible to think that a news station or any sort of media would actually be stupid enough and um, to basically show undoctored, unedited, raw footage of the attack and not even really care. And because if I was that kind of person, if I was running the editing process, I'd be like, you do realize that 3 days ago this happened, right? And if we showed this, that would be horrible. Our reputation will go down. People are going to think of us as more of a joke than we already are. Whatever. And I'd at least try to make it to where nobody sees the actual footage. But it's out there. It really is, and it's sad. The media is a fucking joke. It always has been. It always will be. But it's only gotten worse. And it's sad that this happened. I can't believe that something like this could happen in an area that never gets attacked. I mean, New Zealand, they never get attacked, and you would never think that, this area would get attacked, and then all of a sudden, New Zealand got hit. It's sad, it's horrible. But and that's the kind of world we live in, sadly. We live in a world where people blame video games for things, and for nothing. We live in a world where, gun laws are not restricted, and mental disabilities and mental disorders and shit aren't looked at with any precaution So anybody can really just buy a gun, anybody can do whatever, and even if that was the case, you know, no one's doing anything about it because now I'm gonna say this right here. We don't need assault rifles in houses. We don't need rocket launchers in houses. The common, regular people don't need these kind of guns or any weapons. A rifle, a shotgun, maybe a pistol. That's all you need. You don't need an assault rifle. You don't need an SMG. You don't need any sort of machine gun. You don't need a rocket launcher or a grenade launcher. Like, okay, you're going hunting? Do you really need that? You won't even have any goddamn deer to hunt if you take a rocket launcher. And you'll also burn down an entire forest, most likely. So, you don't need that. And I'm not saying ban all guns. Not at all. Being in Ohio, in this part of Ohio, where almost everybody that I know has a gun, either they themselves have guns or their family does, or there's a gun at least in the household, you know, everyone's gonna be pissed off if I say, ban guns, and I think there are people, the NRA is stupid, they're just fucking insane. You don't need assault rifles or whatever. It makes no sense. So, in a way, not only is it the shooter's fault, it's not only their fault, because obviously they're the ones that did it, but it's also the NRA's fault and all these other people for not having gun regulations and not accepting the fact that we don't need assault rifles and whatever for common folk. The military needs those. To regular, boring people like us, we don't need those. So, makes no sense. Again, rest in peace to all those that were affected, those who died in this horrific tragedy, this horrific tragic accident, tragedy, and all that. And again, my condolences go out to all those who, again, have been affected by all this stuff that went down. And, the media is stupid. The media is a joke. The media is fake. The media can go fuck itself. Because, it's only a matter of time before a lot of people wisen up and be like, oh yeah, what? Video games? They don't cause this kind of shit. And, it's just bullshit. So anyways, guys and gals, if you like this video, give this video a like. If not, that's fine too. Don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on the whole damn thing. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon down below to get notified of my future uploads and live streams and whatever the fuck else that I do. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, people, and brohoof. Okay, before I end up this video, I'd like to say, we need to start a new hashtag. Hashtag stop blaming video games. And hashtag stop blaming PewDiePie. That's exactly what we need. So if you're with me, comment hashtag stop blaming video games and hashtag stop blaming PewDiePie. Again, peace out, people, and brohoof.